It's Wednesday, and I'm Brad Lovett with a quick look at your traffic before we see what Kira and Savannah are up to, and of course get into the rest of the show. We're going to look at some lane closures north and southbound at the spur. That's going to be happening today and tomorrow, and probably next week as well. We'll keep you posted on that. And also in downtown Sevierville, around the courthouse, Bruce Street and Court Avenue, streetscape project, but still definitely go and visit the farmers market on Friday morning. You'll have just a slight delay there, but still plenty of ways to get there. Ridge Road and Teaster Lane, look for some resurfacing and delays there in Pigeon Forge. And in the National Park, road constructions projects on Fighting Creek Gap, Little River Gorge, and Elkmont Road, some delays there. And in Blount County, 129, the bypass at US 321, you should be alert for possible temporary lane closures daily between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. and also every night as well. I'm Brad Lovett. That's your look at traffic, and this is Morning in the Mountains.
It's the Sevier County Fair, presented by Farm Bureau, August 27th through September 2nd at the Sevier County Fairgrounds. Check out the exhibit hall, free laser tag, and the new Dolly Look-alike contest. Come see the King Pure Water Animal Kingdom nightly. Watch the fairest of the fair pageant and stop by the livestock. Meet the Smoky Mountain Ghostbusters and experience the thrill of the rides at the Midway. Also, check out the cosplay contest, the Sevier County Fair, presented by Farm Bureau. It's more fun than you can shake a turkey leg at.
Good morning, it's Kira with Morning in the Mountains, and today we are at Over Gatlinburg here with Tom, who is the marketing coordinator.
Yeah, welcome.
Thanks, we're glad to be here. Now, Tom's going to tell us a little bit about summer tubing and the Labor Day snow play. What all is that?
Yes, so we are in our tubing park right now. We do summer and winter tubing here. Right now we have 4 lanes of tubing right behind us for summer. Those are 250 feet long. You get going very fast. It's a lot of fun. And we do our winter tubing where we double the amount of lanes, and that's a great time as well. You can sign up for that online. We also have Labor Day snow play coming up. That is very exciting. We're going to have all of this area decked out with snow. Come make a snowman, snow angel, throw some snowballs, just have a good time out here in the tubing park.
Now, is this snow, does it come from the sky or do you all make it?
We do both. So we rely on nature to bring us some snow, but we do make all of our snow, especially for Labor Day coming up. We're using our Snow Magic system where we can make snow above 70 degrees, and we'll deck out this whole area with some good stuff to play around in.
That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, hopefully y'all come out and see us.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Tom. We've enjoyed being here.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Frank Murphy here, along with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. We're marching through the week with you and hope that you'll watch each day at this time and like us and share us. Let's get the latest from Brad Lovett.
And it is Fair Week in Sevier County.
Mm-hmm.
One of our favorite weeks of the year here, especially the
I'd
folks
say it's above average, personally.
Yes.
But you can call it fair if you'd like.
It's fair. It's the above average, yes.
Yeah.
It's a great time at the Sevier County Fair, and gates open 5 to 10 this evening. And some of the things going on today include the Marshmallow and Pasta Build Challenge.
Now we are talking my love language.
In the Farm Bureau Contest Corral tent. It'll be Gospel Night, 5:30 on the Food Pavilion stage, and that's sponsored by Sevier County Bank. We've got another bubblegum blowing contest in the Farm Bureau Contest Corral tent. Yes. We're going to do that. And also part 2 of the Fairest of the Fair pageant that presents baby, petite, and teen pageants on the Fairest of the Fair stage.
Nice.
And there'll be the Beef Open Show in the Cattle tent at 6 o'clock. Under Pressure. Now this, Robert, take notes here. You got to go and take notes. It's the One Pot Meal Challenge.
One Pot Meal Challenge. By the way,
I thought it was a David Bowie Queen tribute band.
I thought it was too.
By the way, last year I had the privilege of interviewing the Fairest of the Fair, sweet little lady. Don't recall her name, but she was a beauty too.
Yes, all right.
She deserved the win.
All righty.
So you think Robert would win the One Pot Challenge?
I think he's got a good shot at it.
So you take a crock pot and you cook something on site, right?
Here we go. Here we go.
It's your turn to step up, buddy.
Y'all going to compete? Is this a competition between the 4 of us?
Oh, no, you're there to represent us.
Yes.
I'll offer to MC it.
Listen, I gotta ride the roller coasters. You got to do the cooking. You get to do the comedy and
All right.
on street stuff. And
We don't know what I'm going to do yet.
You're Mr. News. Well, you're Mr. News. You bring us all the news. You're the one who tells us what's going on.
I do enough cooking
Right.
on Mountain Fun Live cooking show.
Well, record it. Make an episode out of it.
That's a good idea.
We should do that, yes.
Brad's the bubblegum guy. You
Good
gotta do
idea.
the bubblegum.
I guess I can do that, yes.
All right.
Let's see. Looks like then a turtle race at the Farm Bureau contest corral tent.
That sounds like a long day.
It depends what you feed the turtles.
That's true.
Right.
Or if they're hungry enough to want that strawberry at the end, they will scamper.
I wonder if the track's like 1 foot long. You know, to keep advertisers.
I have had a pet tortoise in the past, and when they want whatever is over there, they will motor over to it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Now, we'll wrap things up at 8 o'clock with the donut eating challenge.
Okay. What's challenging about eating a donut? I think we all know how to do it.
I think that eating multiple donuts or eating donuts until you get sick, basically. I think.
Oh, okay. So it's like the hot dog eating contest at 4th of July.
Except only with donuts.
How
Yes.
many donuts can you scarf down?
Or maybe you could even have a hot dog with the donut. I don't know. But anyway, it's the donut eating challenge. Anyway, that's going to be all happening tonight starting at 5 o'clock, and the fair going all week long until Labor Day. So we hope to see you out there.
Oh, that's right. This is Labor Day weekend coming up. I just thought about that.
Yeah, yes, it is.
We've been
And
working so hard, yeah.
September is a great time to be in the Smoky Mountains, by the way.
Absolutely right. And take advantage of our Mountain Fun Life best deals. Whatever time of year it is, you come and visit us. If it's in September and as we get into fall colors especially, it's crowded, and you may as well reserve your tickets in advance and save money while you're doing it. Call our Mountain Fun Life best deals at 865-978-1152. All right, so it's Fair Week. It's Above Average Week. It's a lot going on here in the Smoky Mountains. We'll be back with more of Morning in the Mountains coming right up. And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's best deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies. Thank you for watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy, and as you know, the Smoky Mountains are within a day's drive of most of the U.S. population. So when you're talking about driving, we're talking about AAA, which I remember when it was the Automobile Club of America.
Yes.
This is Stephanie Milani from AAA. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you. I've been a AAA member, I think, longer than I can remember, because my parents were AAA members.
Yes.
And if anything went wrong, call AAA. That's what my mother would say. And my mom gave me and my wife a AAA membership when we got married. So when I look at the year on the card, I feel old.
You know, the first lesson that I learned when I started at AAA was to not say, wow, you've been a AAA member longer than I've been alive.
Yes.
But people love to show you their membership card.
Mine says a very large number on it in terms
Yes.
of how many years I've been a member.
Mine's getting up there now.
All right. And the same thing with our kids. You know, we had them join AAA when they could drive and get married and such on. So we're talking about when visiting the Smoky Mountains. Yeah. Really, I mean, I don't know if it's 100%, but it certainly seems like most people arrive on four wheels. Very few people fly in or kayak in to the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, so we actually see that most people, regardless of what holiday it is, most people do want to drive to their destination. It's cheaper. You have a little bit more flexibility, a lot more flexibility actually. So you're not rushing to the airport to catch a plane. Although air travel is becoming more popular, we are still seeing that the vast majority of people do want to be in their own car or rent a car. That way you can, take a day trip out somewhere.
When my wife and I went to Europe, to Ireland, guess where we booked our trip? AAA.
Thank you.
So this guy Michael over there in the West Knoxville office, super helpful. But anyhow, tell us about the latest for those of us who are traveling to the Smoky Mountains because the fall colors are coming.
Yeah, so this whole year we have kind of been hitting record-breaking travel numbers.
Yeah.
This fall probably won't be any different. We're looking at gas prices being between 20 and 25 cents less this year than they were last year.
So I use an app on my phone to get the cheapest ones, and I'm surprised though at the range. And even just driving from the interstate to the studios here in Pigeon Forge, it gets higher, and then there's a dip in Sevierville where it gets really cheap, and then it goes back up again when you get into Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, you know, a lot of that has to do with the demand. So if you're right on the interstate, those stations know that you need gas and you're going to stop somewhere.
Right.
So stop there. And then once you get into Sevierville, you know, that's a lot of local traffic. Then once you come here into Pigeon Forge, there's lots of tourists, they need gas. So a lot of it is what the market can bear, but it's also, you know, again, watching those crude oil prices, which have been, they've been a little volatile here lately.
Well, does AAA monitor the retail gas prices the same way like a Gas Buddy app would, or now Google Maps is getting into that business where you pull up a gas station and it'll tell you the price, the actual current price for that minute?
We do. So on the AAA mobile app, you can look at your current location and pull up the gas stations around there. It'll tell you the current price. Now, what AAA does is our data goes on actual credit card swipes. A lot of those other
They're self-reported
apps,
by people like me.
They are self-reported. So you're getting those actual credit card swipes up to the minute, and it'll give you regular, mid, and high grade, and also diesel.
That's if I'm using my AAA credit card.
The AAA app.
Oh, I'm saying I have a AAA credit card.
Oh, very good.
I feel like I should be getting
everything.
I feel like I should be getting paid for this interview.
You're going to get a gold star on your membership.
But you know what I mean? So if I'm using my AAA branded credit card, is that where you're getting the information on the gas prices?
You actually get extra points
If I
for
report
that.
it.
So let's not forget to add that in.
Okay.
But all credit card swipes, AAA
wow.
credit card, Visa, MasterCard,
So you get that
whatever.
information then from the gas stations?
Yes, we get all of
okay.
that information,
I see.
regardless of the credit card that's
All
used.
right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who's reporting it. It's just
It doesn't matter.
It's anonymous to you.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is fascinating to me because I know my wife and I do a lot of driving between here and the Washington D.C. area, and along I-81. The same thing applies. Where if you take that first stop and get gas at whatever, let's say Wytheville, for example, it's okay. But if you look at the little app and you see, oh, I can go to, I think it's, I don't want to give away all my secrets, but it's like Troutville or Trout something. It's like 10 cents cheaper.
Yeah, so you can definitely find some secrets by looking on the app. However, and you probably know this, we don't recommend that you drive out of your way to save, 10 cents. But, once gas prices get high, some people do try to do that, and you're burning the gas that you just saved.
Well, the way to do it is kind of keep track on your daily route and on your normal
absolutely.
route of what's convenient. And of course, you got to have two people in the car, one to drive and one to navigate.
One to look for prices. I was going to mention that too, because here in Tennessee, also if you're traveling for the holiday that's coming up, Georgia's hands-free, Tennessee is hands-free. So that's the key. You do have to have that second passenger to be your eyes and your hands while you're doing that.
So I love traveling. I mean, we were talking before we came on that my wife and I had a drawer full of the AAA tour books and triptychs from our various sojourns all around the country.
Yes.
So if you were, where do people love to go? If you're visiting the Smoky Mountains, of course, you're coming here. But if you're traveling from here, what are some top destinations that AAA of East Tennessee will see?
Yeah, so what our travel agents tell us is that people from this area love to go to Myrtle Beach. We're also looking at destinations in Florida. Of course, you have Disney World, so anything around Orlando. But we're also looking at the beaches.
That's
anything
true. When you
on
live
the
in the
coast.
mountains, you want to take a vacation on the beach, and when you live at the beach, you want to take a vacation to the
kind of
mountains.
flip-flop
I
that.
understand that totally.
Yeah.
Now, what about you, Stephanie? Where do you like to travel?
Well, love Hilton Head. This fall break, we're actually going to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I've already visited those two states.
Not unfortunately, you like them. You're going back.
I
It's
do
perfectly
like
okay.
them, but several years ago, I think I did one of my first interviews with you. You brought up this idea that you have this goal of visiting all 50 states by the time you're 50.
And someday, I'll turn 50. No, I closed that goal several years back.
Well, it stuck with me, and I
Yes.
thought, man, I'm going to make that my goal.
Oh, it's awesome.
So I still have several states to get to. So I think Alaska and Hawaii are going to be those two
Yeah,
that
because you
are.
really have to fly to those.
You really have to make a plan.
Exactly.
We picked up, I guess it was New Mexico
Nice.
when we were out west. We had a plan, got turned around, and
Yeah.
ended up in New Mexico. So we kind of checked that
Well,
off
now
by
I'm at
accident.
50 states. My
Yes.
wife's only at 48. So we are trying to figure out how to get her last two, which are Oklahoma and Alaska. So we can probably knock that out in a weekend.
Sure, just do them both.
But
Fly Knoxville to Oklahoma and
Yeah.
then just hop on up to Alaska.
But more realistically, we'll probably fly to someplace like Dallas and then do a road trip up to see some waterfalls in Oklahoma and then come back.
Nice.
And that kind of thing. But that's what we ended up doing is we'd pick a spot where we had a friend or relative who could stay for free or stay cheap and then plot out the trips from there. Like one day we just did it, one weekend we did a from here, knocked out Huntsville, Alabama, Tupelo, Mississippi, because they're just barely over the line from Tennessee.
Right, right.
But they still count.
They do, and definitely save a couple of weeks if you want to go to Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
It's I haven't made it there, but I've been kind of planning
We're
my
trying to
trip
go in
for
the
a couple
summer,
of
'cause-
years.
yeah.
And they say spend a week on the cruise and then spend a week touring so that you really get everything.
Yeah.
Because once you go,
Right.
You
I just flew to
understand.
Anchorage, spent a week, and flew home. But I was living in California at the time. It was a lot easier.
well, you'll go back with your wife.
There you go. Yes. Well, thank you, Stephanie Milani from AAA. With all the holiday driving coming up and all the fall foliage driving coming up, we appreciate the advice. And we can find you online.
AAA.com.
Okay, that's pretty easy.
Pretty easy.
All right. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy. We'll be back with more after this.
How do we turn moments into memories? Those moments where the right people are right beside you. And the anticipation of reaching the top makes you feel like a kid again. Where the only arguments are who goes first. And trying something new never gets old. Visit us at Anakeesta, where there's magic in the mountains.
I'm Brad Lovett, and I am full of fair food. Yes, great opening to the Sevier County Fair yesterday, and it goes on the rest of the week all the way through Labor Day. If you're going to the fair, you won't probably need an umbrella. Just duck into a building if it does rain, but spotty showers and thunderstorms about any time today. And look for highs once again in the mid to upper 80s, lows in the upper 60s, and some humidity to boot. But those storms can pop up about anywhere, anytime. But still some wonderful times to be had in the Smoky Mountains. We've got rafting, we've got tubing, we've got splash country for the last week of the season. We've got shows with air conditioning, movies with air conditioning at the Forge Cinemas, and a lot more. And that's a look at your forecast. I'm Brad Lovett, and this is Morning in the Mountains.
Rawr! It's Denny Bear. I live here in the Smoky Mountains. Haven't lived here long, I'm just a young cub. But everything I see so far is wonderful and so beautiful. But I have someone here named Robert Ombie, and he's been here a lot longer and he knows more about the Smokies than I do. So every once in a while I have him come by and we just talk Smokies, huh?
We talk Smokies because it's so much fun to talk Smokies. They're so beautiful.
Yes. And you know one thing I do, I'm so joyous in the morning especially. I run through the creeks and I take a little dip in the pond and then I come out and dry off by, I just dance. Have you ever seen a bear dance?
I'm not sure that I have.
Well, we're pretty good at it, but we never show anybody else. We're kind of shy.
Okay.
But I love to, what do you call it?
Boogie?
Yeah.
Yes, boogie. That sounds...
Do you still boogie?
I wrote a song about boogie.
You did?
Yes, because years ago when the settlers and the hunters and even some of my older members of family used to hunt, they used to hunt the hides of animals.
Should I be scared?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they don't do that much anymore. And even then, some of the people got to coming in from town and areas and just sports hunting, and they would just not take care of the animals too well.
Oh.
And it became a sport to them, and that was a waste, such a waste of beautiful animals.
Yeah, I would
and
say so.
But when the hunting was for a real purpose, my brother and I used to go out hunting. Our dad taught us how to hunt. And sometimes when we would take a light, like a lantern, and then later a flashlight, sometimes your batteries would get weaker, you run out of oil, and your light would go out, and you wouldn't know what was going to happen. So I wrote this song about an incident similar to that, and it's called the Backwoods Boogie.
Oh, let me hear it.
Backwoods Boogie, okay. Well, me and my brother went a-hunting one night, took a dog or two, planned to do it right. It didn't take long till the dogs had treed. My brother got there just ahead of me. My light went out, and what came out of the tree was doing the Backwoods Boogie with me. Doing the Backwoods Boogie, doing the Backwoods Boogie. Well, we were on the ground, rolling all around. He was doing the Backwoods Boogie with me, yeah, doing the Backwoods Boogie. The Backwoods Boogie. We was both on the ground, rolling all around, doing the Backwoods Boogie with me.
That's a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun.
Easy to dance to.
Yes, yes, you sure could. But anyway, we enjoy doing these little songs, and some of these songs I have written, you know. And some of these songs are actually on radio stations, on YouTube, Facebook, and people can actually find some of these original songs on Facebook and YouTube.
I don't think I would know how to find any of those.
Well, if they go to Candy, C-A-N-D-Y, Candy Omby YouTube, they can see and hear videos with some of these original songs that we're doing here. Yes. So if you all would like to do that, just go ahead and look that up, and we would be glad to have you to listen to the full-length song in its entirety. And we have so much fun, don't we, Danny?
We do.
Oh, yes. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Hey, tell your friends about the program and get them to follow in what we're doing, because, hey, we want them to have fun along with us. And we'll see you the next time.
Rawr.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like. The most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best. The best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there."
You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Frank Murphy here, along with Brad Lovett and with Jim Johnson and Robert Owenby. And today is double duty day for you.
Double duty day, yes, double duty.
Because Wednesdays, when I was a kid, there was a TV commercial that said Wednesdays are Prince Spaghetti Day. Anthony Spaghetti.
And today at
Wednesdays?
1 p.m., Mountain Fun Life Kitchen, we are going to be fixing the old-fashioned bologna sandwich, where not the little petite slices. I'm talking the big, thick slices like you used to get in the general stores. Every little country general store, you go in, and they would prepare a bologna sandwich for you, and they would cut a real thick slice of cheese and put the mustard, mayonnaise, whatever you want on it, and the lettuce. So this is going to be a specialty, though. This will be fried, country fried bologna steak.
Was it one of you guys who posted the joke on Facebook that bologna is pancakes for hot dog people who don't like hot dogs?
Right. Yes. I think it might have been me.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
All right. Well, Brad, what else you got going on for us?
Well, Great Smoky Mountains National Park received something a little unusual in the mail, a letter of apology. The apology came from a young girl with the rock she took from the park. Now, removing any rock, even the smallest, from the national park is prohibited, because we want to keep all the rocks there. Great Smoky Mountains National Park rangers posted the letter on their Facebook, and they said, thank you for recognizing that what is in the park should stay in the park. If every visitor took a rock home, that'd mean 11 million rocks would be gone from the park every year. And the park would definitely...
I bet 1 million rocks are gone from the park, at least.
Sure.
I mean, maybe not every year, but I'm thinking about all the people I've worked with who have vials of sand from every beach they've visited on their desk. and that kind of stuff. You know, we always think, oh, I'll just take a rock or I'll just take a something, but don't. So now we know not to do that.
Right. But
I mean, personally, but by the time you get to my age, you'll regret having taken all of that junk. You know,
right?
Because then you're trying now to get rid of it. So mail it back to the park that you stole it from. That is excellent advice.
And that's exactly what the young girl did. Mailed it back with an apology, and they posted that on their Facebook. So you can look that up actually on the National Park Facebook page.
I have seen this. It's lovely.
And very, very lovely and very touching. And the National Park had their telethon, the Friends of the Smokies specifically, a couple weeks ago. They collected $215,000. No, not rocks. In donations from, the rocks don't spend, that's the problem. Okay. In donations from hundreds of callers, online contributors, and support from sponsors like Dollywood, Mass General Store, Pilot Flying J, and many more. And it was broadcast both in Knoxville and in Asheville, and that happens every year. Although somebody posted on their page, why is Wheel of Fortune not on?
You can't win. I mean, you can't win because they donate their airtime. They lose all that commercial revenue for one night so that they can help and do a good cause, you know, with Friends of the Smokies every year. And somebody gripes and complains, where's my Jeopardy? Where's my wheel? It's probably a rerun anyway. That's why they time it.
Right.
At this time of year, yeah, all right.
Right, it's part of a summer rerun.
Yeah.
And we do have an organization in town that wants to build a greenway in Gatlinburg. They got some help for a land donation from Corey Coningham, who's the co-owner of the Old Smoky Moonshine facilities. He's donating some land he owns that runs along Glades Road. And besides the fair, we have plenty of other fun happening here in the Smoky Mountains.
We always do with our Mountain Fun Life best deals. Call our concierge service at 865-978-1152 and let us plan your Smoky Mountain vacation while saving you money at the same time. All sorts of, whether they be the outdoor thrilling attractions or the indoor sit back, relax, and enjoy a show attractions, or ideally one of each, you know, one for the daytime, one for the nighttime. They'll help you figure out exactly what you want to do and the best days to do it while you are here. 865-978-1152. We'll be back with more of Morning in the Mountains coming right up.
It's the Sevier County Fair, presented by Farm Bureau, August 27th through September 2nd at the Sevier County Fairgrounds. Check out the exhibit hall, free laser tag, and the new Dolly Lookalike contest. Come see the King Cure Water Animal Kingdom nightly. Watch the fairest of the fair pageant and stop by the livestock. Meet the Smoky Mountain Ghostbusters and experience the thrill of the rides at the Midway. Also, check out the cosplay contest, the Sevier County Fair, presented by Farm Bureau. It's more fun than you can shake a turkey leg at.
Thank you for watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life this Wednesday morning. Frank Murphy here with Jim Johnson, and we're doing the sports segment, but I'm not really sure what we're going to talk about because last night was the final Smokies home game of the season. You know, high school football is tomorrow and Friday. Tennessee Volunteers football is not till Saturday. So how do you fill a sports segment on a Wednesday?
What should we talk about? Oh, hey, right here with Calvin the Catfish. It's a good time to go fishing.
That's a big fish.
That is a big fish.
Or it's a close-up of a small fish, but I'll take it.
It is. I tell you, when you have a 120-inch screen behind you, anything can look big.
I told you how I got eaten by a catfish in a movie once.
You did? What was the name of that movie?
I'm not going to say.
He's not going to say. You can always Google Frank Murphy in a movie, and you'll find it.
It's on IMDb. Fish Bait the movie, where a giant catfish swallows me up.
Fish Bait the movie, folks. Listen, I saw a couple scenes. Check that one out. Yeah. That's a true fishing story.
That's all you can take is a couple of scenes. After that, you're going to...
You group of guys go out, do some fishing, and
yeah,
this has got to give you a little bit of, you know, flashbacks, you know,
yes.
Seeing the catfish
it's
behind
a big
you.
fish.
But there's a lot of great places to go fishing here in the mountains. It's more like trout fishing.
And bass fishing in the lakes.
Fishing,
trout fishing in the lake and the rivers, bass fishing in the lakes. But you can get some pretty good catfish in the lake as well.
You can.
They're down deeper.
They are.
By the bridges.
They are, by the bridges. Mm-hmm. They like the deeper waters. Because they like eating stuff off the bottom.
Bottom feeders.
Kind of bottom feeders. They wait for worms to fall off hooks, and when people throw cheese out on hooks, and the cheese comes off.
You can catch a catfish with your finger.
Yes, it's kind
of. If you go in there and you wiggle your fingers, and the catfish will bite your hand, and then you actually let it swallow as much of your hand as you can tolerate, and then you haul them out.
Haul them out. I think it's called grablin.
I know there's a name for
grablin,
it, and I'm talking, you know.
Yeah, it's called grablin.
Off the top of my head, without remember. That's okay. Grablin.
Grablin. Yep, that's what it's called.
All right, grablin.
Because it's fun stuff. But if you want to know more about the places to go fishing here, we have a really good friend. It's actually a friend of yours.
Rob Fightmaster.
Yes, Rob Fightmaster at FightmasterFlyFishing.com. And I mean, he's a pretty sharp guy. You've talked to him quite a bit, haven't you?
And he'll help you with like the decent fish that you really want. You know, he'll get you out there in the waders, and you'll do fly fishing in the beautiful mountain streams. I suppose if you want him to teach you how to catch Calvin the catfish over here, he would do it. But I think really he's more about, what does he use? You know, I tell you to go get the
spinnerbait
and different type of flyers.
Flies that you can teach you how. A lot of those fly fishers, man. I mean, they wrap their own.
Right, that's
fly.
what Rob does.
Yeah, I don't know what you call them though.
That's called fly tying.
Tying
flies.
Tying flies.
Tying your own flies, and then
Tying
you
flies.
catch like the most beautiful trout you've ever seen.
I've got to get together with him. And we got to do a segment out in the water.
Oh, he'll totally do it.
Yeah, make that call and
All
say,
right.
hey, let's get together. We want to get together and go out there and do some fly fishing.
His wife Christy pushes him a lot, so I'll call her and say, "Hey, Christy, want to get your husband on TV?"
I think that'd be fun. Could you imagine us doing this segment
with waders, hip waders on?
Hip waders in the water.
I think the audience assumes we're wearing hip waders because we are up to our ankles in it already.
That's the truth.
You know.
Well, it is Wednesday, so if you don't have anything to do and you haven't planned anything, go fishing, because it's a great place to go fish. The Smoky Mountains full of lakes and rivers and
Regardless
streams
of the weather,
and creeks.
I know people who fish in the rain.
Yeah, just stick an umbrella up and or wear a poncho and
just go out and
sit there,
sweat in the hot sun. Yeah.
It's good times. I love being outside, and there's no better place to be outside than right here in the Tennessee Smoky Mountains.
So tomorrow, being Thursday, we can talk about high school football.
Football, yes.
And because there's high school football games on Thursday and Friday this time of year.
That's right.
Actually, I think all season long now. There's so many, so we could cover that tomorrow, right?
Yep, that's what we'll do.
All right, you're watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life with Calvin the Catfish, Jim Johnson, and Frank Murphy.
Mountain Fun Life is your one-stop headquarters for Smokies baseball. The 2019 season is coming to a close, so don't miss a pitch and catch the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark. Make your plans to join us, and you just might end up on Mountain Fun Life. It's Smokies baseball and Mountain Fun Life, keeping you entertained and aware all year long. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Thanks for watching another episode of Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel, and for liking and sharing us as well on YouTube and on Facebook, wherever it is you want to hang out. Brad Lovett, Jim Johnson, Robert Owenby, you got to head over to the kitchen stage a little later today to do your 1 o'clock cooking show, where you are frying up some bologna.
Fried bologna, the thick sliced bologna, sure
I
will.
predict we'll still smell that tomorrow.
Probably will.
In fact, if those aren't the first words out of my mouth tomorrow morning, shame on me. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.